Hi. I woke up this morning with something that I felt was a good insight that I wanted to share with you. I think it might be helpful as we negotiate this strange last year we've all been through, with all its polarization and conflict and confusion, with all the restrictions that have come into our lives, and then many of us kind of pushing back against that and trying to understand the truth of it. Lots of polarization in politics, even in religions, in belief systems, and all that, and in theories that we hold. And it has led to a lot of people losing, at least for now, losing friendships, contact with family members, and it has been quite a challenge. It seems, in a way, like we're going through a process of devolution and not in the direction of unity and harmony and all those things that we think would be best for the world and for our society. So, as I was waking up this morning, it just kind of came to me that a lot of it boils down to identification. The human mind has a tendency, perhaps because of being embodied, and just all that that implies, and having a name and all that, having that kind of identity. We also extend our identity to a tribe, to a group. It might be, say, to people who, like just last year, people who wear masks, or people who don't wear masks, Republicans, Democrats, might be Christians, New Agers. If you can put the word I am in front of it, the phrase I am in front of it, then it gives you an identity. It could be a trait like I am a good person, or I am a reasonable person, or I am a professional, I am an artist, I am a hippie, I am, you know, you name it. I am someone who believes in the star beings are here helping us. I believe whatever it might be. Or I am a scientist. I am a rational thinker. I am a good person and therefore I wear a mask. I think of others, or I'm a good person and therefore I don't wear a mask because I'm concerned about, the global tyranny that this might bring to us. And so all of that, if you can put I am in front of it, all of it is an identity. And, it's almost inescapable, it seems to me, after some 71 years of life on this planet. It seems almost inescapable to have some kind of identity, your name, your body, if nothing else, but also the things that you tend to believe in and hold sacred. So I think what we can do, however, is to gently allow ourselves to examine where we are stuck, where we're identifying too much with something, and the effects of that. It has effects like emotionally, if you feel divided from other people. It has effects in our society politically to have this division. It could even lead to civil war. But most of all, I think what it does is it condenses us down to a little box of ideas and thoughts that just aren't what we really are. So, what we really are is more like a field, the field of all life, awareness itself, consciousness, the energy behind life. You could call it God, or you could call it source, or anything like that, but really what it is sort of a spaciousness. And that's the one thing that the mind really has trouble with, doesn't it? It's like our thoughts cannot capture that sense of emptiness or spaciousness. We have an idea like it would be just boring, or it would be pointless, or it would be um, ineffectual, all those kinds of things. So believe me, I've looked at all this stuff and I understand, the challenges of trying to live that way, even imposing the idea upon oneself that one should try to live without a self is in a way an act of violence. So it seems to me that what we can do is observe the effects of our beliefs, our thoughts, or in our identities. Is that who we really are? Are we narrowing ourselves down? Here's an idea, rather a practice. How about right now, just take in a deep breath. Be here, present, wherever you are. Be here in your body. Be here with the sounds, sensations that one is aware of. Putting no limit on it, not even the body. Just allow the spaciousness that is to be. Maybe that's what it means to have an open mind and an open heart. Not to get stuck in any of the countless forms, identities, and even bodies if you look at it from a multi-lifetime point of view. Not to get stuck with any group, like this is my tribe, this is my group, this is my belief system, or any identity for oneself. I am someone who is more evolved or ascending, or I am enlightened. Even those are some of the most dangerous traps of all. Then something else that came to mind when I was looking at this is, what about the trap of getting into a positive identity, being someone that's like enlightened or an adept, someone who's awakened, someone who understands, someone who gets it, whether it's an idea like a political or social or spiritual idea, someone who is a freedom lover, maybe, for example. That's been coming up for me this year, and so therefore I've been pushing back against all the restrictions, as many of us have. um, but you can also get caught in, like, I am a positive thinker, I hang on to, my thing is love or joy, or my thing is the higher self. I mean, there's merit to that. I'm not saying there's not, but I'm just saying, watch and see if at times, you get into, say, another state of mind, the opposite, maybe say, like, the opposite of joy might be depression or discouragement, the opposite of hope might be fear. So when you get into those negative states, just look and see, does that positive identity even serve me? Or does it separate me from other people too? I mean, we all have kind of a striving to be, in some ways, to be good, whatever we define as good, to be superior, to be someone who understands, who's loving, someone who's well thought of. We don't want to be exiled from the group. That's pretty, basic to a lot of us. But I don't want to make this too complicated. Let's just keep it simple, because you can go on and on and on and on talking about these things, believe me. So the takeaway from this might be simply just be present, be aware of oneself and one's feelings. Negative feelings, what we call negative feelings, contracted feelings, are a great service to us, as well as positive feelings. They help us kind of see where we're at, what kind of thoughts we're entertaining, what kind of thoughts we are believing. And most of the time, we honestly are not really that aware of what we're thinking, right? We get kind of in a trance. I know that happens to me when I'm out there gardening or something, like all these thoughts are going through, and I'm not, and I maybe kind of, I can look back and say, I was thinking about this and that, but it's just like, but why? So the biggest challenge for the mind is to be still, to be present. So the takeaway here is to stop identifying with things that don't serve us, with things that divide us, and just see if it's possible to merge with or just be an expression of the field, the whole field of all life. We are life being this person, that person. We are life being this drama that's going on now on planet Earth. We are life everywhere in the universe. And isn't that exciting? There's a lot of freedom in that. There really is. Not having to be anybody. This is a timeless teaching. It's certainly not something original with me, whatever me is. It's very similar to the idea of non-attachment in Buddhism. Disidentification is a form of therapy, even psychotherapy. Just stepping back, being the witness. You can think of it like a friend of ours says, like, this is what it looks like to be on this kind of a planet at this time in history. And, just to kind of be an observer, just to be observing, to be awareness itself, to be aware of awareness, and find your refuge there. From that field of awareness, there's an intelligence and a guidance. And that intelligence and guidance does and will get us through whatever circumstances we may be in. That's our best hope, if you will, and that's our refuge. Take care, and thanks for watching.